Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm really glad you're here. Let's jump right in. As you saw in part 1, we transformed an old unusable vacuum flask into an alcohol stove and completed the build up to this point. If you'd like to see the complete build process in greater detail, you can watch part 1 on my channel or use the link above. Unfortunately, the stove failed to produce a stable flame. The main problem was the low thermal conductivity of the stainless steel body. According to the principles of heat transfer, there were two possible solutions. The first was to replace the stainless steel body with a material that conducts heat more efficiently, such as aluminum or copper. The second was to add thermal bridges to the existing stove, allowing heat from the flame to reach the alcohol reservoir more effectively. This would provide enough heat to continuously vaporize the alcohol and maintain a stable, self-sustaining flame. In this video, we'll solve that problem by creating an efficient thermal bridge that transfers heat back to the fuel reservoir. Let's get started. Thanks for staying with us so far. To create the thermal bridge, we're using 4mm copper tubes. Old damaged water heater thermocouples are an excellent source for these tubes. Once installed inside the alcohol stove, they conduct heat from the flame down to the methanol at the bottom of the chamber. As the methanol heats up, its rate of evaporation increases. The resulting vapor then exits the stove, providing the fuel needed to sustain combustion. The result is a strong, stable flame. This is the final layout and position of the copper tubes. With the layout complete, the required holes are drilled into the stove body using the appropriate tools. After drilling the holes, the copper tubes are cut to the required lengths. They are then carefully bent by hand to match the curve of the alcohol stove opening before being installed in their final positions. But before we continue, let me ask you a question. At the beginning of this video, you saw the alcohol stove producing that mysterious green flame. Was it caused by the fuel, the materials, or something else entirely? What do you think caused that green color? Leave your guess in the comments. I'm curious to see what you come up with. I'll reveal the answer at the end of the video. Now, let's get back to the build. Finally, since the original holes are now occupied by the copper tubes, several new flame holes are added around the perimeter of the alcohol stove using a cutting disc. One important detail is maintaining equal spacing between all the flame holes and keeping the new holes properly positioned in relation to the existing ones. Now it's time to reveal the answer to the question I asked earlier. But before we do, if you enjoyed this project and you'd like to see more builds like this, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. If your guess was the copper tubes, you were right. The mysterious green flame is created by the copper tubes inside the stove. As the copper heats up, it interacts with the flame and emits its characteristic green light. That's the same principle used in chemistry flame tests, where different metals produce different flame colors. So, the green flame isn't coming from the methanol, it's coming from the copper.
Ouch. Ouch.